What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today we're going to be doing the full comparison of the ZTE Blade Max View versus the ZTE Blade Max 2S. Stay tuned. So yeah, guys, I've been having a ton of different questions from subscribers on this channel. A lot of people have been asking, yo, TechRight, which phone should I get? Which phone do you recommend? Which phone, is better for me or better for my situation? So we're going to do a comparison between the Blade Max 2S versus the ZTE Blade Max View. Now, there are a few things that I have to get out of the way really quick. There is going to be a price difference between these devices. So the cheaper one is going to be the Blade Max 2S, and that is going to be $179. And on the left we have the Blade Max View, that is going to be $199.98. Now if you guys want to check out current pricing, I will put the link in the description down below and the first comment down below as well. Now let's get some things out of the way about these devices. So for the Max 2S, this is going to be one of the only unlocked phones that works on Sprint straight out of the box. This is also compatible GSM and CDMA. But the great thing about that device is Sprint certified. Not a lot of devices are Sprint certified at this price. Next phone right here on the left, so this pretty much works for all four major carriers. The other thing is this is Verizon certified, so pretty insane that this is Verizon certified as well. Very hard to find a device at this caliber, especially $199 to be Verizon certified. But as I said before, works on all four carriers as well. Also, if you guys want Wi-Fi calling for Metro by T-Mobile and T-Mobile, this is going to have it as soon as you activate the phone. So next thing we're going to do is compare these specifications to each other. And I think the easiest thing to do straight away is just compare the bodies of these phones. Now, if you look at the back of these devices, we do have a dual camera on the Blade Max View. Blade Max 2S, we have a single camera. This is going to be a plastic build, and this is going to be all rubber and metal, including Corning Gorilla Glass as well. So you are going to get the more premium materials on this device. So this is definitely going to be the more premium device. All right, guys, so let's get into the comparison. Now, we're comparing the screens at first. Both are going to be 6-inch touchscreen displays. Both are going to be IPS displays. There are a few typos in the Blade Max View, such as it says TFT right there. This is in fact going to be IPS. So both these devices are going to have IPS panels, and the Blade Max View is actually going to have Corning Gorilla Glass on it. It doesn't look like the Blade Max 2S has it on there, but yeah, we get premium materials with the Blade Max View. So both full HD screens, they're both going to be 18:9 aspect ratio, 2160 by 1080p. Next thing to compare on here, we do have both Snapdragon 435s. Now it does say on the Blade Max View that's a 1.1 gigahertz processor, but that is impossible with a Snapdragon 435. They did make a typo and they corrected themselves on the website, so it is a 1.4 gigahertz octa-core processor. And you can also compare that to the Blade Max 2S, which has a 1.4 gigahertz octa-core processor. Now I think the biggest differences between both these devices so far is the random access memory and the OS. So if we go ahead and go on the Blade Max View, we're going to only have Android 7.1.1, but do not worry because we are going to get Android Oreo by the end of this year. So by the end of December, we will be having Android Oreo on the Blade Max View. It's going to be a very smooth update because it does not have any carrier restrictions or anything, so we're not under Metro PCS. This is an unlocked phone, so everything should go smoothly. But if we go to the Blade Max 2S on the right, it is going to come out of the box straight Oreo, so we are going to have Oreo 8.0. Now second, I was talking about the RAM. So for the Blade Max View, we actually are going to have 3 gigabytes of RAM and 32 gigabytes of internal storage. You can also expand that to 2 terabytes. Don't know who would do that because I don't even think that's possible, but you guys can go ahead and do that. On the Blade Max 2S, we only have 2 gigabytes of RAM, so that is why there is a $20 difference right there. Pretty sure it's between the build and the RAM, because there is going to be a little more RAM on the Blade Max View. As I said, 3 gigabytes of RAM compared to 2 gigabytes of RAM on the Blade Max 2S. So if you guys keep complaining in the comments about the Blade Max 2S, spend the extra $20 to get the Blade Max View, and it has 3 gigabytes of RAM. Just do it if you want 3. Next up, we have the cameras. So for the Blade Max View, we have a rear 16 plus 2 megapixel dual rear facing camera. Front facing 8 megapixels. Has been a very decent camera so far. I've been actually loving the quality of the photos. Now we are comparing it to the Blade Max 2S, which has a 13 megapixel main and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. So the biggest difference is we do have a dual camera on the Blade Max View. Next awesome thing about these devices is they both have a 4000 milliamp battery. Now with the Blade Max View, we do get Quick Charge 2.0. Not sure if the the Blade Max 2S does support that because it doesn't advertise that. But on the Blade Max View, we for sure have Quick Charge 2.0 that is going to be via Type-C. So we do have a Type-C port at the bottom of both these phones, so I really love that we get Type-C. Now the last thing I actually want to compare is the audio, because we do have Dolby DS1 on both these devices, but there is a huge difference between both these devices. Now this is the huge difference that I'm going to show you right now. So first of all, we actually only have one speaker on this device, and it is going to be at the bottom. Now on the other hand, for the Blade Max View, we're going to actually have stereo speakers, so when the headset is actually not in use, we can use that as a speaker as well as the bottom of the phone. So we're going to get that one speaker in use as well. So you guys are going to have stereo sound on this, and you guys can make a custom file, as I said, and raise the volume, but you guys really need to hear the difference. It's pretty insane. So we're going to hit the demo for the Blade Max 2S really quick, and you guys are going to hear the difference. Okay guys, so that was the Blade Max 2S. Honestly, still a really good speaker. Surprisingly, definitely better than the LG Stylo 4. It absolutely murders the LG Stylo 4 on volume, but you guys are gonna have to hear the Blade Max View speaker. Let's go ahead and do this. So this definitely has the Blade Max 2S beat. This is one of the best speakers I've ever heard on a budget phone before. But the Blade Max 2S definitely has a decent speaker on this device. Just know that the Max 2S has stereo, and it just makes a really big difference. But yeah guys, both these devices are pretty amazing so far, and I've been having a very awesome time using them. Definitely tell me which device you guys are going to pick up. I think I would go with the Blade Max View instead of the Blade Max 2S, just in real world use. Definitely has a extra gigabyte of RAM, and we are going to be receiving that update for Oreo later on this year, so it's not really too much of a big deal, honestly, in my opinion, and definitely for the average consumer, it's not a huge deal. But yeah, the winner definitely has to go to the Blade Max View for me, but it's all subjective because you guys can like this phone better or this phone because of certain reasons or certain carrier aspects, so definitely put your opinions in the comments down below. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you guys are not a part of the Tech Gang already. Also hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.